Sure, you thought you got this game all figured out. You've been there before and you know where this is going, but then blam! It hits you. Sometimes it's a slow burn, or maybe it's a brick in the face. But this game messes with your mind. Maybe it's a story, maybe how it presents a gameplay, but it stays with you. It makes you rethink what you just played. Also, we'll be running into spoiler territory, so if you hear the name of the game you haven't played and plan to, pause it and come back. Really, we'll wait for you. We'll be right here. Now here's Fanatical 5, wait a minute, what? Games. Number 5, Braid. Braid is a charming side-scroller with beautiful watercolored backgrounds and hypnotic music. It was not hard to fall in love with the game, especially with its inventive gameplay. The task was simple, the same objective we had in the first Super Mario Bros. Rescue the princess. However, as we uncovered Braid's cryptic story, we weren't sure if the princess we sought after wanted to be rescued. The coup de grace happens at the end of the game where she was running away from you. This flipped us on our heads and left us wondering if our cause was noble at all. Number 4, BioShock 1. We're gonna say this outright. In terms of story, we like the original BioShock over Infinity. We won't go into too much detail, but Infinite's ending explains so much that all its mysteries got snuffed out. With the first BioShock, it left us wondering what our role is as a gamer. For a game advertising moral choices, we found out that we really had no choice at all. This brought up questions about game designs. Are we the great heroes games portray us to be, or are we merely slaves that led to one objective to another? Did we choose, or did we obey?
A man chooses, a slave obeys.
Number 3, Limbo. Limbo said very little or nothing at all about its background or story. You are a boy who wakes up in the woods. You can only move forward and face the hostile natives, death traps, mind-bending worms, and a monster spider. Who are you? Why are you doing this? What's up with the ending where you break through glass? While other games explain things away, Limbo's minimalist approach left much of the explaining to the player. It will let our imaginations run wild. We tried to feel meanings in things that we can't explain. It left our minds in limbo. Number 2, Spec Ops: The Line. You're the hero, right? You're gonna save the day, right? You're gonna fly in, stomp the enemy in the face. That's what almost every war game teaches us, and it shields us from the real horrors of war. Spec Ops not only pulls down the curtain, but it always smacks us with it. Every war against the enemy is not always noble, and every fight is not for a just cause. Hell, the game starts to mock you, asking how many Americans you've killed. And when you reach the end, do you get a big victorious fanfare? Do you get a hero's welcome? Nope. Spec Ops is not a game you beat. It's a game that beats you.
I know the truth is hard to hear, Walker, but it's time. You're all that's left, and we can't live this lie forever.
And number 1, Silent Hill 2. James Sunderland is a man looking for his wife. Sure, his wife has been dead, but somehow he receives a mysterious letter from her from the town of Silent Hill. However, as you play the game, you start to realize that the hero you are playing is a monster worse than the ones you're after. Those monsters are symbolic of his guilt. He's not a good person. Every person you meet in that town, except for Laura, is evil. The town has drawn them there for punishment, and we realize that we aren't the hero, but the villain. In Silent Hill, there's no redemption because the place is already hell.
You killed me, and you're suffering for it. It's enough, James.
And that's our list of Fanatical 5, wait a minute, what? Games. My head is spinning just thinking about it. But if you have a game that you can't get out of your head, something that haunts you, maybe something like Red Dead Redemption or Majora's Mask, be sure to let us know on the comments below, on our Facebook, on our Twitter. For more Fanatical 5s and mind-blowing content, be sure to check out our YouTube channel and check out the website www.thegamefanatics.com.